I don't know how many people are going to watch this video, but I'm going to do a breakdown in the next day or two when I can find some time, because ever since I made the comments in chat about like pressure and rollouts and forced rollouts and things of that nature, I've gotten a bunch of worried folks and some like people sending me clips of stuff that, in my opinion, are completely legitimate plays. But they're worried they're breaking the rules because apparently I thought it was clear in the rule book how it was worded, but maybe it's not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call just a curls route. Now you'll notice when I come out here, the offense is the only thing out there, and the reason for it's real simple. It's to make it easier for me to show what's going on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to snap the ball, and I'm going to roll out. Now right now, right here, I'm fine. When I get to here, once I pass these numbers, once I'm at these numbers, anything, if I go out here and throw like this, that's illegal. Okay? That's the way the rule book states it. Is once I snap the ball, I stay in the pocket as long as possible. If I roll out and come out here, now here, I can't throw the ball anymore. I have to either run with it, like so, or if everything is covered and I'm outside these numbers, I have to throw it away. I can do no other thing. And the reason for that, and I don't have defense out here, so obviously I can't show you what defense, what will happen. But it does happen. I can tell you it happens. Is what happens is whenever you roll outside the pocket, if any cornerbacks are out here in a flat zone, they come to meet the quarterback because the quarterback is deemed as a threat. The problem with that is, as a smart person, you use that to your advantage to manipulate the AI to come up and meet you and then open up something in the middle that you then exploit for an easy gain. What I just did is illegal in WFL. I just threw a pass outside the numbers. Now, as far as in the pocket, I will try and show this tomorrow with defense. I'm not going to make a guarantee it's going to be perfect because I'm going to have to do a couple of plays. But essentially, you want to stay in the pocket as long as it is feasible to do so. And it's a judgment call as to whether or not it's feasible to do so. You can leave the pocket and still throw a pass. So like right here, I'm going to throw a dime. Choose Dak Pascal for a touchdown. Obviously, there's no defense, so it makes it a lot easier. Okay? But moving and manipulating the pocket should be part of what you do. You should maneuver and manipulate the pocket. Some things that I know are part of our rules where guys, because of the Madden rule, you drop back, and then you just fire a bomb. Now, obviously, that was inaccurate because it was off on the back foot, but I didn't stop. But generally speaking, most NFL QBs do not drop back this far to throw a pass. In Madden, it's a video game, you can. You should be, as I'm going to run back, you should be somewhere in this area. And essentially, if you go to roll out, you're fine up until the point you get right around here. At this point, you're in the gray area to throw the pass downfield or throw it away. I would generally err on the side of caution and throw the ball away if nobody's open, or run with it. Obviously, you have the option to slide once you get outside and run past the line of scrimmage. So once you get past the line of scrimmage, you can dive, of course. If you get tackled behind the line of scrimmage and you fumble, should have thrown the ball away, I guess. If you have a less mobile quarterback, you can just throw the ball away like so. If you don't know what throwaway is, it's L3, click it in, and it will throw the ball away. Once you're outside the pocket, is no grounding. So even right here, I can throw the ball away, and I'm usually going to be okay as far as grounding goes. So if you're worried, like if you come to this point and you know you're not going to throw the ball, just throw it away. That's all you have to do is just throw it away. And again, I'm practicing with no defense just to show you. But essentially, you should sit in the pocket as long as you feel it is safe to do so. Go through your progressions, go through your reads, and find your players that are open. Usually, an NFL quarterback has about 3 to 4 seconds of clean pocket on average. 3 seconds is about the maximum. And then at that point, the ball should be gone. Obviously, with no defense, it's going to be a little easier. But by the 2 or 3 second point, my internal clock should be going, either I need to get out of here or something's wrong, because at this point I should be running or doing something, because at this point the play is dead. They've got it covered. So now it's time to leave the pocket, do whatever I've got to do. Now, one thing I do want to share, and I'm going to pause, and I'm probably going to do a respot as well, because I want to show this one in this little mini demonstration. I'm going to call play action boot Y lead. Okay, and for ease of reference, I'm going to respot the ball far hash. Okay, now this is going to be a automatic rollout, and this is where guys are going to get into trouble with automatic rollouts, and I'm going to talk about all this tomorrow. I know it, or whenever I record a video. But if your automatic rollout takes you outside the numbers, now note mine didn't, but once I get to here, it's throw it away or run. Okay? If you call a play action boot, your excuse of, well, the automatic took me outside the numbers is bogus, because you called a play bad. Don't call a rollout to the short side of the field when you know the rules are you can't throw it outside the numbers. And by the way, this rollout stops here. So at this point, I'm legal. Now, if I continue the rollout, now I'm not, and I complete this pass, that's illegal. And McBride took it in for a touchdown. Good job, McBride. So on automatic rollouts, the rules still apply, because even if this carries me outside the numbers, which it doesn't, once I get outside the numbers, I have to take off or I have to throw it away. If you're trying to call a play action boot to the short side of the field, you're going to get dinked, because guess what? By the time this automatic rollout finishes, I'm already at the numbers. So if I don't throw it here, let me take control. Oh, I didn't want to celebrate. I wanted to just kneel. But my point is, the excuse on rollouts, automatic rollouts of, well, it's automatic, so he went outside the numbers automatically, it's not going to fly. Don't call the play if you're on that short side of the hash. Don't call that play here, unless you just stop right here. And then in which case, I can dump it down to this guy, which obviously that was a loss, but so I wouldn't have wanted to do that. Why is there a Rams player just hanging out randomly? Sidebar. But on these rollouts like this, the excuse of, well, the automatic rollout took me outside the numbers and then I threw, it's not going to fly, boss. It's just not going to fly. Okay? Don't call the play there. If you're going to call a rollout, call it to whenever you can have the far side of the field to run to, so that way you can, with a mobile quarterback, make a play like, oh, okay, well, you know what, I'm just going to take off with it, and then get out of bounds or get upfield. And then the other thing, which I'll have to find some verticals in this playbook, because I think this is Arizona's playbook. It might not be mine. It might be mine. Let's see. Play type, pass. Let's just call it Hail Mary, because that's basically verticals anyway. So calling like a verticals, I've seen this complained about and talked about, where it's a online strategy. And in an online environment where there's no rules, that's fine. But guys, you're going to make me put rules in the rule book, and I already kind of have, using my powers of, if it's a gameplay issue, we call it. It's a gameplay issue. It's a rule violation. But 1-1000, 2-1000, taking off with it at this point, that's a little bit premature. Okay, now if the defense clears out, again, I know I don't have defense out on the field for this. I know. But in this case, in this scenario, waiting for clear outs and then taking off with it is going to be borderline at this point. So do be aware that if you're using this as a viable tactic to get rushing yards with a mobile quarterback, be aware we are now looking for this, and if we see it done multiple times in a game, we're going to call it out as a gameplay violation. And again, this is going to be in the video I do in the next couple of days, but just taking off with it out of a verts package just to run, a couple of times if things are covered, maybe, but if we see it consistently, we're going to dink you for it as a gameplay violation, because it's essentially manipulating the AI to your favor. And yes, the user is going to be back there as part of that, but you are manipulating the AI because you're essentially, you know that the AI is going to take off deep, so you just wait for them to clear out and then you take easy yards. Does it happen in the NFL? Yes, it does, but not consistently enough to where it should work every single time. There's where the problem lies. It works every single time. Therefore, it's AI manipulation. Therefore, it's illegal. Okay, so if you're one of these that basically does this and then takes off with it to clear when it's clear, and you do it consistently, get ready. It's going to have to change, because that's no longer going to fly. Find another means. Guess what? Hate to break it to you, boys and girls, but there is a quarterback draw play you can call if you want to run with the quarterback. Is it as effective? No, but guess what? No play should be 100% effective, ever. No play should. Okay? And if you're calling plays because you know they work in crunch time and you know they're, quote, money plays, that's AI manipulation, and we're not going to put up with it. So that's going to be part of the video that I do. That's going to be part of the rant that's going to be as part of the video when I do it. But if you're watching this now or choose to watch this, be aware that we are on the lookout for this now, and it will not fly for very long. So if this is part of your, quote, offense, limit it, do it in moderation, or take it out completely if you want to be safe. But do be aware, we are going to be cracking down. The PA has been instructed. They're looking for these things. I have a PA that is very active and looking for things other than myself. So be aware that the PA are reporting just as many things as I am as the gameplay person. So don't think that just because I don't see it that somebody isn't seeing it. Okay, you are being watched. So adapt. That's all I've got. You'll get a video in the next couple of days.